Saint Nat Kidder. This cocktail may be a bit unusual, but sometimes that's the fun in trying something new. 2 ounces Nat Kidder Vodka, half an ounce of Blackberry Liqueur, and a small tablespoon of simple syrup. Shake all of that together with ice and fine strain into your glass. Top it off with Ireland's finest beer, Guinness, and garnish with 2 blackberries and some fancy edible glitter, and boom, Saint Nat Kidder. A perfect St. Patrick's Day drink, by the way. I have a lot of Irish in me, and so does my guest for today's episode, Jon Robert Hall.
I think this may be one of the first drinks I've ever made.
The very first time I ever had Guinness was with Jon in Dublin, Ireland during the Glee tour in 2011, and we have been great friends ever since. So much so that he even sang at my wedding. Jon is another guest of the show with many talents. I recently made it out to see Jon on the national tour of Wicked. Other projects include Grease Live, Stacey Jacks in Rock of Ages, tons of vocal work on many different TV shows and movies, including Glee. He's got an acting career, he's got a songwriting career, and he's got a country music career. He's released a new song each month in 2019. My personal favorite is titled Pretty Good. Jon just knows how to make me laugh, so it was very fun to finally have him on the show for more laughs and a tasty cocktail. I'm Riker Lynch, and this is Glass Half Full. Okay, Jon Hall.
What's up, dude?
Dude, you are finally back in Los Angeles.
Finally. Can you believe it?
How long was this? Because you were on tour with Wicked.
Yeah.
Playing...
Fierro.
Yeah. Why did I want to say Raphael?
Raphael?
Fierro.
Everybody gets that name wrong.
Well, we went to see it at... My fiance and I went to see it at the Pantages.
Yeah.
You were fantastic,
Thanks,
dude.
man.
That was so
Thanks,
cool.
brother. Yeah, it's been a blast.
How long was the tour?
I was on tour for a year and 8 months.
Wow.
But 2 of those months I got injured. I tore my meniscus.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I remember we were talking about that.
Yeah.
How'd you
So
tear your meniscus?
Doing I don't know what the dance term is for that spin jump thing.
Yeah.
But I tore it doing that and I landed on my knee.
Land weird.
And I felt it. I was like, oh man, because I had done it before in college. I played at Cal Poly, and I tore it then, and I knew that.
Yeah, that's
feeling.
right.
I
You
was
played
like, oh,
you
man.
played football in college.
Yeah, I played football at Cal
running back,
Poly.
right?
Yeah, the biggest music major football player, white running back there's ever been.
That's probably true. That's
Yeah.
funny. Well, we first met on the set of Glee.
Yep.
You were a fellow warbler.
Yeah.
And as I said earlier, I had my first Guinness with you, so that's why I wanted to make this sort of Guinness-inspired cocktail.
Yeah.
And it turned out not
So
too bad.
good, so good. You know, it's funny because I was just so we were in Toronto for 9 weeks or 7 weeks.
9 weeks doing
Wicked. And the first day I got there, me and my friend, my fondest memory of Toronto was us riding bikes.
Yeah.
You know, renting those bikes and riding them around the bay right there.
I bought my first beer that day.
Really?
Ever.
That was the day.
I bought all you guys beers because in Toronto you can drink when you're 19.
Oh yeah, we were at that kind of dark bar, sitting at the bar. Was that the bar?
Yep, exactly. Yeah. And that was my first time I ever bought a beer, and all the warblers were there.
God, we had so many firsts on that tour. We
did.
won't talk about them all.
That'll be for the after hours version.
Yeah. The BT, the behind the scenes. That's where we should talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I've been on tour for a year and 8 months, and it's been awesome. And I learned a ton, and it's weird being back now because I just got back 3 days ago.
Yeah. I was really excited to set this up with you because I knew you were going to be back in town, and we're here doing this sort of part 2 of Glass Half Full. So thank you so much for coming out.
Thanks. This is an awesome show. I'm excited about it.
It's fun. We have a good time.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Glee, you were just telling me before we started that you have the outfit.
Yes.
You have the whole Warbler
I have the entire outfit.
Did you bring it
I
with you?
I may have brought a piece of it.
You brought a piece. Please
Yeah.
tell me it's the blazer.
It's the blazer.
Oh my gosh. Can you grab this? We got to bring this on camera.
Yeah.
You have the official meat box blazer.
Oh yeah, the Meat Box Warbler blazer is in full glory, and it says my name on it too, so I know it's mine.
Look at that, John's
with a Z. I don't know if that's John or John 2. Who knows? It looks like a
John
Z.
2. Yeah, that's right. We all had. Oh, it might be 2, because we all had 2 or 3 sets because we never changed, and we had that one episode where we were in the foam party.
Yeah.
And it was
that was crazy. Yeah. Gosh.
So.
Yeah, we have so many memories together, man.
We do,
Like,
man.
I mean,
I've toured so much, but that was my first one ever. Was that Glee tour?
Yeah, me too. That was my first tour.
First major TV show, you know.
So crazy. Yeah, I
Wild.
know. That show did a lot for me, for sure. Coming out of college.
Yeah.
So I started singing for Glee, and then
That's right.
And then Tim Davis was like, "Hey, we got a group called the Warblers that are they're
And Tim Davis was like the vocal arranger.
He was the vocal.
For Glee?
he arranged all the vocals, and Adam Anders produced everything.
Yeah.
And Tim did a lot of the arranging as well. And he also hired and contracted all the singers for the sessions and doing background vocals for the show. And I was one of them. And then on one of the sessions, Tim was like, "Hey, by the way, guys, they're putting together." Ryan Murphy had asked if we could put together like a small group of guys, and they want people that can sing. And so he asked me, and I was like, "Heck yeah, I'll try it." And it was, I think, just supposed to be one episode.
Yeah.
And it was Teenage Dream, and it turned out to be so good because Darren just blew up, became a star, and we were on there for, I don't know, 16. How many episodes were we on? I can't even remember anymore.
Yeah, it was double digits for sure. I don't quite remember how many, but
it was like the best time. And I always look back at the Glee Warbler years, and I'm like very grateful for them because they kind of grounded me as an artist, or as an actor and entertainer, because you're kind of thrown into the lion's den of doing pretty much the hardest thing you can do on television, which is dance, sing, and act at the same time. Yeah. With cameras going around your head. You know?
Yeah, and they like the steady cam, and he's there's a group of 14 of us, and the steady cam guy is coming in, and we got to get out of his way so he can make the shot, and then you got to get back in when he pans back. Like it's insane.
But
People
still
have no
dance
idea.
really well.
Yeah.
And they would always have, let's clear this up. I was in the back always. And they had Riker up front dancing because he can dance. And I was just this huge person. Also, this is like size 50.
Yeah.
Because I was huge.
You were
straight out of college.
You got in real good shape now.
And I lost some serious weight because, and actually, our last few episodes, I had to get new costumes because they were so big.
Yeah.
I had lost like so much weight. Yeah.
Well, good for you, man. That's awesome.
Man, thanks.
Well, I am curious a little bit about college years. So, because you were majoring in music but playing sports.
Yeah. Yep.
Why did you choose both of those at the same time? I mean, I admire that. I'm a huge sports fan.
Yeah.
I love sports. But I never. I played like kind of house leagues and stuff growing up with like ice hockey. But you're doing both at like a pretty big level at that point.
I mean, I did music all growing up, and I also did sports growing up. They were kind of in my equal passions, and so I was always honing those skills. But then I got a full ride to play football in college.
Okay.
And that was kind of my in to college because I had like a 3.0, but like I wasn't sure where I wanted to go or what I wanted to do. So fortunately, I had these scholarships, and I got to go check out some universities, and I chose Cal Poly. And then I knew I wanted to do music, but Cal Poly makes you choose a major right when you get there. So I chose music, naturally, and they didn't have a musical theater program, so I was pretty confident that's what I wanted to do. And so it kind of, I'm so glad I did it because I learned kind of the basics of music and music theory and musicianship. And so, and then I was playing football at the same time.
That's really cool.
Division I football, and it was awesome. So it was hard. And then ultimately, I didn't end up continuing football because I tore my meniscus, and came back home to LA and continued what I was doing before college, which was session singing and doing background vocals for movies and TV shows and commercials and such. So.
And one of your bigger voice credits is Jungle Book 2, right?
Yeah, I sang. I was Mowgli doing background vocals, and I was Mowgli's voice during the Jungle Rhythm.
Yeah.
And and then I had some awesome experiences when I was a kid, which is crazy. I was so lucky.
That's so cool.
I sang background vocals on Michael Jackson's History, doing the "All I Wanna Say Is That They Don't Really Care."
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! For some reason I don't remember us talking about that.
I think that was literally my very first job. I was 10 years old.
Wow.
And like I was in one of those swish suits that was just making tons of noise, probably something like this. And I don't stop moving. So, And I was like so lucky to get to do some crazy big jobs as a little kid.
So the Michael Jackson, what's that song called? I can't think of it.
It's They Don't Really Care About Us.
Yeah. And then Jungle Book 2.
Mm-hmm. Armageddon, Deep Impact, Amistad, Hush,
Wow.
Scream 3.
Scream 3.
Royal Tenenbaums, Tarzan. Did I say Tarzan? I don't know if it's...
No.
Prince of Egypt.
Prince of Egypt. I loved that movie when I was growing up.
We did the Ashira Adonai. Yeah. What's cool fact about that is I did that when I was like 12, I think, or something. But Steven Schwartz did that music.
Okay.
Well, he also wrote Wicked.
Right.
And when I saw him after I did Carrie the Musical in L.A. Did you see Carrie?
Yeah, I came to Carrie.
And Steven Schwartz came down and after the show and he's like, "Hey man, have you auditioned for Fierro?" And this was like 3 years before I ended up playing Fierro. And I was
really?
I have auditioned and I've gone to New York, but I never got the job. And he's like, "Well, we got to get you back in." And he followed through with every promise he made from that point on. I mean, he's amazing. So anyway, in that moment though, I was like blown away, but also like, I have to just tell you something.
Yeah.
When I was a little kid, I sang Ashira, I don't know. I was like singing the Hebrew to him, and he's like, "Wow, that's crazy!" Like full circle, like moment to see
so cool.
a guy that gave me a job then, and then gave me my biggest job.
Yeah.
Now.
So he's the one that really.
Yeah, he was definitely the one that kind of pushed me the most for this gig, and he's obviously got a lot of power.
Yeah.
Because he created it.
Do you find that musical theater is like one of your favorites of all the sort of art forms? Because I know you do, you have your country music, you do songwriting for other people, you obviously have all your vocal sessions and regular acting, but musical theater?
I would say that my favorite thing to do in all of entertainment is songwriting.
Really?
Hands down. I literally could do that for the rest of my life and be happy.
Okay.
But a very close second is performing on stage. And that could be doing my music or musical theater because there's something so special about the audience receiving your energy and getting your songs and getting your stories and then them giving it right back to you. You can feel their energy.
Yeah.
And I never really got that doing TV stuff as much. It's just such a different deal. It's a very personal thing, TV film. Like you're kind of in it, you have to be. It's not really. There's no applause in the moment.
Exactly.
It's a delay gratification in that way.
Yeah.
And so I definitely love it too because I can relate with sports. I loved scoring touchdowns and hearing the audience cheer. Us entertainers, we need a little bit of cheers. We need a little people to clap for us and let us know that we're doing the right thing. But I love also giving what I've learned and what I've gone through or whatever it is that I have struggled with or conquered. I love to give that to the audience through my songs and through writing. It's so much fun.
That's really cool. And you're doing a lot of songwriting, or you have been doing a lot of songwriting in Nashville, right?
Yeah. For the past 2 years, or a little over that now, I've been going to Nashville like almost once every other month for like a week.
Yeah.
And actually, no, it's been longer now because I've been gone for a year and a half. But before that, it was like I had done it for about 2 years. So, yeah, and it's one of those places that you got to get connected in Nashville to write with the people you want to write with. And fortunately, I met some
with the big dogs.
Yeah. So fortunately, I met a couple great people that connected me to some great writers, and I got to write and learn, kind of take a fast track learning curve on how to write a good lyric.
Yeah, because in Nashville, that's what it's all about. It's all about the lyric. It's like that's the number one
it's so crazy.
Priority.
And I was thinking about that on the way over here. It's like, with the thing that I love about country music, because I don't have a country draw, and I'm not driving a truck on dirt, and I'm not talking about all the cliches of country.
Right.
Even though that's kind of not really a thing anymore as much. It is, but it's not as much. And even though that's not the case for me, my music is everything country is lyrically.
Yeah.
Which is say it the way you sing it, or sing it the way you say it.
Yeah.
And so like it's really interesting listening back to like songs from the 90s, like pop songs. You listen to these songs from like NSYNC. They're great lyrics still, but you wouldn't say them the way that they sing them.
Yeah.
If you were in a conversation talking to a girl.
Right. Yeah.
Whereas with country and pop country, and even pop now, everything's kind of transitioning that way. You start to, it's more creative to me to be able to say something or sing something, and you could literally take off the music, take off the melody, and just say that line, and it's like, oh man, that's I would have said that.
Yeah,
and
that makes sense.
Why didn't I think of that? You know?
Yeah. That's cool. I've never heard it described that way, but that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's cool.
Who were your biggest musical inspirations growing up?
Michael Jackson, 100%. If you listen to my voice, I do everything Michael Jackson. I mean, I don't do it as well, but I'm not claiming that. Yeah. But I do it. I definitely have taken so much from him. I remember being a little kid and hearing the Jackson 5 doing the and I remember singing that all the time. And
that must have been,
how's this kid singing so high?
Yeah, right. That must have been really cool for you when we did Want You Back.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Because that's full circle.
And which one did we do in the basement?
Oh, we did Smooth Criminal. I forgot about that one.
No, Smooth Criminal, but we also did what was the one?
No, we didn't do Smooth Criminal. We did Bad.
Yeah, Grant did Smooth Criminal.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did Bad in the basement. That was cool.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, that was so cool. Yeah, it's always and a lot of those songs, every time we're doing them, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we're doing this song. Yeah. We did some crazy songs.
Maroon, when we did the Maroon 5 one on there, that was a really cool moment for me. That was for you, the Jackson ones. That was for me because I'm a huge Maroon 5 fan.
Yeah. Adam Levine.
That one, yeah.
He's so good.
What the frick song? Oh, we did Misery.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Misery,
right.
and I love Train, too. We did Hazel Sisters.
Oh, dude. We got so many good songs.
Yeah, we did. We had good ones. It was really, really cool. When we first started getting to know each other, I hadn't seen Anchorman at the time. And later on, and you were always quoting Anchorman, but I didn't know that they were Anchorman quotes.
So you thought I was so funny?
I thought you were. I mean, I still think you're really hilarious. Even when we just go out and we're hanging, you're making me laugh the whole time. But I remember watching Anchorman maybe a year or two after we had met, and I was just like, "This is Jon Hall." It was
funny.
So funny.
I know he just does the low voice.
Yeah, I just remember when we were backstage or in between takes or something. I just remember you walking around me I have many leather-bound books.
Yeah. My apartment smells of rich mahogany.
Yeah. And I just remember thinking, gosh, this guy's so funny.
God, that's great that you've never seen it.
That it was.
You thought I was way cooler than I was.
Yeah. I mean, I still think it's funny because that's what I do that all the time. Yeah. I'm quoting movies constantly. Yeah. So that
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. You know me so well.
I know you.
Well, your new single just came out.
Yeah.
Congrats on that. That's the first one, right?
Yeah, this is my first song. It's called Young.
Are you going out with Jon Robert Hall or just Jon
Robert Hall?
Jon Robert Hall.
Yeah.
And that's your real middle name, correct?
Yes. Could you imagine if I changed it?
Is it John or Jonathan is your full name?
It's John. Jonathan is my full name.
Your
Jonathan
birth name,
Robert Hall. Yeah. So it's Jon. So I've always gone. Actually, growing up I was Johnny, but in college I started going by John. It just felt more mature, and then Jon Robert Hall kind of just was the only one available when I started doing musical theater.
Oh, okay.
And then
there's another Jon Hall. Is that what you're saying?
There was another Jon Hall back, I think in the 60s or 70s that was sort of famous, and so he has an IMDb, and so I had to go Jon Robert Hall, and then it just kind of stuck. I just was it feels authentic to me.
Yeah. I like it. I think it kind of rings off the tongue.
Yeah.
I think it's memorable.
Yeah. So, yeah, and I'm really excited about this song, and I'm going to do a song every month for at least 3 months.
Nice. So you're doing 3 singles kind of thing?
Yeah.
Very cool. Do you have any idea what the next ones are going to be?
Yeah.
You already have? They're already written?
They're already written and produced.
Very exciting. Okay.
Yeah, they're
And
already.
did you write these on your own, or?
I wrote all of them, but I wrote Young with a girl named Nikki Williams, who she wrote Heart Attack for Demi Lovato, and she's written a lot of really great tracks. And I wrote with her 6 months ago in Nashville while I was on tour. I took a month off and went over there. And actually, was it the same trip? No. This is when we were in Nashville doing Wicked. I had a couple days writing session with a girl named Emily Landis, and we wrote 7 Wonders, which is going to be I haven't decided if it's going to be the next one or the
Second or third? Okay.
And then the other one is called Nervous. And I wrote that with Jake Scott.
Nice.
And all of them are co-produced by Jake Scott and Jada Marcus. Yeah. So Jada Marcus is from Rascal Flatts. He's
okay. I was wondering why that sounded familiar.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. So
So you're writing these with writing sessions. Are you going in? Do you have something started? Do you already know where you want to go, or do you just sort of feel it out when you get there?
Well, it's usually kind of common to have, like, if you're the artist, to have kind of something that you want to talk about or say, and not just be like relying on another writer to just get throwing you the idea, because in the end you're going to be the one singing it, and you're gonna so hopefully you got something going. And so I usually try to go in there with a couple ideas. In the case of Young, I actually with Young I had some ideas, and we were in Nashville and we were staying at Chris Mann's house.
Oh, really?
I was staying alone at Chris Mann's house, and he has an Airbnb there.
Chris Mann was
also a warbler,
and he was on what did he get, like top 2?
Yeah, he was like, I think he was like 3rd or 4th on The Voice. He was on Christina Aguilera's team, season 2, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Christina Aguilera's.
And then he was in Phantom, and he played the Phantom for like a year or 2 years on tour. And him and his wife have a place in Nashville, and so he let me stay there. I did a writing session. Nikki came over. We drank like 2 bottles of wine, and we're just talking about like sad things, like really like not sad things, but like we were going deep, and we were getting emotional, and like we were like crying, and we don't like crying.
Really?
We're like too like pretty. I don't cry too often, and she certainly does. I've never seen her cry, and we were just talking about how when we were young, when we were kids, how passionate we were about things.
Yeah.
How much harder you dream.
Yeah.
How much harder you love. Like your first love, you're just like, there's just that feeling. You're just like, this is, and
in it.
And how much you think you're right.
Yeah.
All the time, but you're wrong. And one of the lines is, "Do you think you're right even when you're wrong?" And fall in love with love songs. You know, I used to fall in love. In the song, it says, "You think you're right even when you're wrong. You fall in love with love songs, sad songs. Sometimes I really miss the way it hurt when more than words would play. My heart would break for days." So it's like, you know, it's crazy how much things hit you when you were a kid, and you kind of get a little bit jaded as life goes on and you grow up. So this song's kind of for all of us 30s that look back. You're not 30 yet, are you?
Not yet. Still mid-20s.
The song doesn't relate to you then. But you look back and you just, you know, it's kind of like, wow, it's a very nostalgic song. And if you don't cry, you don't have a heart. But yeah.
This is a bad time to tell you I didn't cry. It's because I'm not 30 yet.
That's what it is. You didn't understand.
I thought it was a very well-written song.
Thanks, man.
I thought it was great, and I'm a fan.
Yeah,
because I'm a fan.
You've always been. You and your whole family have been wonderful.
I've been a fan since College Town. Just so you know.
I know.
Just so you know.
I know about.
I was
College
like,
Town.
I was like, you got something, something country going on here. You need to go with that.
Yeah.
And so I'm very excited that you're finally releasing stuff.
Yeah, me too.
And maybe we should go on tour.
Yeah, I'll jump on when I get enough following. When people start liking my music
maybe
enough.
Just come open.
Okay.
Because I'm going to do a Beachcomber tour, Riker and the Beachcombers.
I'm in. 100% if you're serious.
Yeah, if we got room on the bus, you just pay for your bunk spot, and then...
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
talk about that. That sounds
This is impromptu. I'm in.
It is, yeah.
If you're saying that, we're shaking on it.
We're shaking on it that you're top of the list of possibilities.
Okay.
Cool.
God, that's great.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Be good.
You heard it here.
Do you have any like, you know, because you're incredibly busy, especially like on tour.
Yeah.
And you have to, you got to maintain, you have to sing like 7 days a week.
Yeah.
And you got to maintain healthy. Do you have any like daily routines or rituals that you do to make sure that you're on top of your game at all times?
I think that on tour with Wicked, you have to like be very careful because you're doing 8 shows a week, and and you have 1 day off Monday, 2 shows Saturday, 2 shows Sunday, 3-hour shows.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
And
exhausting.
you pretty much sing the whole 3 hours. Like there's not much.
Yeah, there's
talking.
actually, for my character, I actually surprisingly only sing 2 songs.
Oh.
Yeah, but I have a lot of scenes. I had a lot of scenes, and that is shockingly hard on your voice because in theater you really have to project.
That's true. Yeah. Because you're
It's like
mic'd,
singing.
but you're not like projected.
Yeah.
It's not like a vocal mic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's yeah. So you really have to project in for sure theater and TV and film. You can talk like this, and it's their job to get your voice,
Pick it up,
pick it up. So yeah, but for things that I do, I think just honestly, the best thing I ever did was stay hydrated.
Yeah.
Have water on me all day, and the biggest things that hindered me were not sleeping and alcohol.
Cheers to that. Yep.
Yeah.
As we're drinking.
We have to sing tonight.
Nope. Yeah.
So that was a challenge. I'm lucky that I only had to sing 2 songs because the girls, the Elphaba and Glinda have like 15 songs.
Defining Gravity is like a big one.
Defying Gravity, dude. Yeah, that song is incredible and like so hard to sing. So is No Good Deed.
Yeah.
Don't even talk to me about that song.
Well, you're such a good vocalist. You could probably do those.
I mean, I did a little cover on my Instagram of Defying Gravity, but I couldn't do that 8 times a week.
That's true. Yeah,
No way.
that takes special talent right
dude.
there.
That takes a female.
Yeah, it takes a female vocal.
It's
for
meant
sure.
to be singing in that range.
That's awesome though, dude.
Yeah.
Man, I'm so stoked for you. You
Thanks,
always
man.
seem like you're just moving forward at an awesome pace. You're always doing new things, and you're just attacking your career. I think it's great, dude.
Thanks,
I'm such a
man.
fan.
Dude,
Every
thank
time
you.
I talk to you, you're always like, "Oh, I'm doing this now," and I'm just like, "Holy crap, this guy's constantly moving." I love it.
I mean,
and I love that you brought this.
Yeah, you have to.
So nostalgic.
This is our roots.
It's our roots. Yep.
This is
It's our bread and butter.
how it began. Hopefully not how it'll end.
No, it's not ending. It's not gonna. Maybe.
Hopefully this
Will
is
they
a-
do a reunion tour?
That would be amazing.
I mean, that'd be fun.
Could you imagine?
It'd probably
Actually?
be huge.
They would.
If
do
they
that.
got-
Ryan Murphy has 2,000 shows.
Yeah,
He's not gonna be like,
he's-
let's go back into a reunion Glee.
Yeah, he's busy with Netflix.
He's so busy. Yeah, I know. But they'll do
Speaking of
something.
Ryan Murphy, I finally watched Versace.
Me too.
Dude,
Oh my gosh. You watched it all the way through?
the whole thing.
When did you watch it? Because I also recently watched it. I watched it before the Oscars.
I watched it. When did I see? Yeah, I watched it before. Oh no, I watched it right after.
I watched it. I think I watched it before the Emmys.
When did I
or
see
right
you? When did I see you at the Pantages? I watched it.
Okay, well in
Couple days
December.
after that.
You saw me in December or January.
I started in January.
Really? Dude, it was so good, and he was amazing.
Oh no! I saw it in January. I started in February.
Okay.
Yeah, just finished.
Oh, okay.
Darren, freaking Chris.
Darren, like it was so amazing.
Insane.
And I just saw him recently. I went to a Tramp Stamp Granny's.
Yeah. His new bar in
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Me and
It's such a fun spot. I love it.
Mia too. Yeah, what a great bar. I
He's-
sang.
He's gonna be selling. They're gonna be selling Nat Kidder soon
Oh really?
at the bar.
They're selling it at the bar.
Yeah.
Dude,
So you'll
that's
go in and
huge.
if you order a vodka drink, you gotta say,
No
"Can I get that Nat Kidder, please?"
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm totally getting this because this is good.
Thanks, man.
I think it's the Nat Kidder that's really making it flow nicely down my throat.
I think that and like something with the Blackberry Liqueur and the Guinness really
Yeah.
just sort of finessed it. Well,
Yeah.
dude, thank you so much for coming out, taking time out of your busy schedule.
Ugh.
I know you're probably exhausted from tour, but thank you.
No, dude, I'm so happy to be here. I'll do anything for you, buddy.
Thanks, man. Likewise.
Let's take this down like champs.
All right. Sounds good, man. Jon Hall.
All right, buddy. Love you,
Love
man.
you, bro.
Easy.
Gotta have a Blackberry now.
Yeah. And I'm drunk. No.